Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. She's here. This is Dr. Crusher. This is the standard edition. You had two options available. There was the Essentials and then there was the standard edition. This is standard, which means she comes with everything. The Essentials edition was basically, here are the things you need to be a Dr. Crusher. And I don't believe that included the blue lab coat. So what we're going to do is we're going to unbox this. We're going to have a couple different camera angles, so you don't have to worry about that. I've already cut the tape here, so we're going to open it right up and be met with another piece of cardboard. And then we're going to pull that back. And here's the box. All fresh and new. Fantastic standard version as printed right there. And I'm going to move this box. We're going to put it down here. We'll add it to our boxes. I have plenty of these boxes, so get our tape off here as nicely and bestly as we can, because I like to put the tape back on the top. There we go. That's what I wanted to hear. And kind of tape everything back down when we put the box away, because we'll display Dr. Crusher, because that's what I like to do. And here she is. Boy, look at that. I believe this is the prototype. They generally take a lot of pictures of the prototype. I mean, as a prototype, she looks absolutely fantastic. But I do know that it will be a little different on the inside. And here we go. Put you down there. Box. And then we'll get her out of here because I know you can't see anything because of all of the reflections. But this is how she arrives. Medical case, tricorder, medical tricorder, scanner for various scanning, and quite a few other things. We are going to take the top off here, which I'm going to have to do a little bit of surgery here. So we will be back in just a moment. And we are back. I've cut the top. We'll slide everything out here. There are probably a couple of layers here of stuff. Oh look, there they are in the back too. Spoilers, I guess. Here's your lab coat. And then here's the figure. Let us take this off. Bam. Allow her to breathe. This uniform is gorgeous. Oh, okay, hang on. Oh dear. That's probably not a good thing, is it? We appear to be missing a comm badge. The comm badge seems to have fallen off in transit. That's a bummer. It must be in here somewhere. Oh, that one came off nice and easy. This one, okay, there we go. That one comes off nice and easy. There we go. We will overlook that because sometimes things just happen in transit. That, oh yeah, there it is right here. Here it is. There were a lot of people that were actually asking to have it be removable. We've zoomed in. Unfortunately, this program doesn't let me zoom in, change cameras while I'm recording, so we'll just have to do it that way. But yeah, here is a little comm badge. And if it wasn't for the fact that the glue stained the uniform. But people were like, hey, wouldn't it be better if we're going to use the lab coat that the comm badge wasn't on there? And just letting everybody know that are planning to do this, it looks like the glue does stain the uniform. So just a heads up there. I'm not angry about this. I'm not upset about this. It's just fine. I can reapply it with glue at my leisure, especially since it already looks like that. So I'm not upset or mad or angry. It is just fine. I'm just glad that the comm badge is in there. Here is our likeness of Dr. Beverly Crusher, aka Gates McFadden. What a lovely sculpt. Look at those beautiful eyes. That hair, the hair is molded. A lot of people complained about that. I don't mind that at all. It can go both ways basically when it comes to molded hair or I don't know, what do they call it? I call it thatched hair. I know it's something else, but thatched hair basically. But look at that face. Look at those eyes. Wow. The sculpt is absolutely fantastic. And then you've got the body here. Look at the hands. The uniform. The uniform is gorgeous. It's a one-piece uniform. It's like a zipper on the back. One-piece uniform. You've got the lovely spats here, basically. I mean, they're not spats, but they're stirruped pants. It's like a stirruped onesie. But you've got the stirrup shoes. The feet have wonderful articulation. And what's nice about this is it's not just the figure, who looks absolutely fantastic again, by the way. You can see up inside of her hair. Her ears are right there. The top of her hair, let's take a look here. Yep. Very nice, very textured, a lot of different degrees of 3D-ness. I love the swirls and the curls. Absolutely fantastic. Great. That is wonderful. I'm going to put her aside. She won't stay upright. Sometimes they do. Most of the time they don't. I am going to put on her coat. So we'll just put her off to the side here and let's see what else we get. We get our medical bag that has various openings. Yep. Oh, looky there. A place to put hypo spray and the various little canisters therein. So, we'll have to figure this out. Does this come out? It does. And it'll stick down in there? It does. Looky there. And then, oh, this is fantastic. And these must be the other, okay, so here are the different colors of hypo spray. You get different flavors. Looks like lime and orange and blue raspberry. And then I think this is another orange. I don't know who really likes orange. It's kind of weird. And then we've got our tricorder, which is probably a medical tricorder if I had to guess, because it's got a little, yep. There's your space. This is your TNG tricorder. The Voyager tricorder, a little different. Because the probe goes on the back here, whereas this probe, which is kindly taped in here so it's not floating around, because these vacuum-formed pockets aren't necessarily sized to fit all the time. But that goes right up in there. It does kind of fall out kind of easy, maybe. Okay, that's better that way. But yeah, so it fits right in there. It's not magnetized, which is kind of interesting, but that's all right. So that goes in there like this, and I'm sure it goes. But there is a holster, so it can go on her side. Ooh, that fits nice and snug. Great. So let's see, where's her magnet at? There it is. There's a magnet. It's probably not the correct side. It may go on this side. It's hard to say. I don't quite remember. Oop, and then the little probe falls out. That might be a little problematic if you're moving stuff around. But since it's upright like that, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. Oop. Unless you launch it across the room, and then it might be a big deal. But yeah, so it does fit down in there. It's not snug though, which is strange, I guess. Or it's not magnetized either, which is also strange. But it's fine. Right now, I'm just glad to have her in in the United States, and we might get to that a little later. But anyway, oh, she's got her hand phaser from TNG with a holster, and we will stick that there. Nice, 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 nice. Amazing. What else do we have? We have a pad. What are you going to do for me here? There you go. Close enough, I guess. A nice little pad. It's got writing on the back of it that nobody can really read. But there it is. 451 at least. There we go. It looks like it's either a star chart or a chart of someone's metabolism or something like that. What does it say? Does it say anything? Oh, I can't read that. I can't even focus on my own eyes to read that. So, okay. And then she's got her different hands here, holding phaser, tricorder, holding the little probe from the medical tricorder, and then two fists, along with the bottom of her transporter pad. which is securely held in there, but there it is. Nice. The various bits and pieces for the bottom of the transporter pad. One that holds up her little United Federation of Planets placard, which is in here somewhere, I'm sure. And we'll open this bottom part up here because this is where the lab coat is. And the little stand holder. Is there anything else in here? I'm looking underneath the black thing. There's nothing else underneath there, but looky here. Oh, wow. Folded beautifully, barely any creases. Look at that. Oh, gorgeous. Gorgeous and fun, and oh my gosh. The material is amazing. Look at that coat. And then right there, there's your comm badge. I'll have to figure out how to put that on there. I'm sure that they've got instructions somewhere at some point. We'll figure that out, because that's definitely going on her, because that's why I bought this version. And then here's the base for our transporter pad. I just flipped her phaser off of her belt. There we go. So that's how that goes. And then we will put this here. We will put the phaser and the holster back on. Let's put the holster back on, I guess. There we go. Oh, ugh. My fingers, for some reason, are retaining everything, so we will get that fixed in a minute here. Put you down in. There we go. Dr. Beverly Crusher, I presume. We need to find her little card. The little museum card for Dr. Crusher is right here. Boom. Starfleet Museum Archive. Commander Beverly Crusher, Chief Medical Officer. And that'll go right here on the front with one of these. So let me get this. Where is the other one? There they are, right there. So these, like I said, these are different colored. These might be hard to get into. They're wrapped and for being shipped, and they're shipped really well. This got here fairly quickly. Again, with the tariffs that are now in place, the company Exo-6 did its very best to get all of these delivered to the folks that pre-ordered them. Unfortunately, this is probably the last figure the U.S. Will see directly imported for a while because Trump is an idiot. I'll put that in there like that, and we're gonna load this up. I'm sure the red stuff is safe, right? Old door doesn't want to stay open. And then we will put our blue right there, I guess. Oh boy, my hands are starting to cramp just a little bit because these are very small. So it's not the easiest thing to, oh wow, that goes down far. I don't like that as much. I don't think it should go down as far. I'm not gonna be able to get that out without tweezers. And then here's this one. I feel like they should just kind of just sit on top and not go down all the way, but I did not design it. Oh wow. And of course it fell on the floor. Yeah, so I feel like they should kind of stick up just a little bit. I feel that that's a little bit deep for them. But you know what? It's a good place for them to be instead of just floating around inside of the box. So basically, see, and then the door. Ooh, that door doesn't stay. Well, if there's weight to it, it doesn't seem like the door wants to stay closed. So, a lot of different things going on there, but let's get her up her arm. Okay, there we go. There we go, maybe. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Bev. There we go. All right, that works great. Perfect. And then I guess we can work on the coat. This is beautiful. Look at this stitching. The stitching on this is gorgeous. There's a little pocket down there, a functional pocket on both sides. I wonder if it's an over the, I mean, it's not, it's only got, oh gosh. Yeah, oh, that is going to be a problem. I may not include, or we'll put her hand on that allows her to hold it. That might be our best bet. A lot of flexibility in the outfit, which is nice. This may be easier without hands, wouldn't it? Let's see. Those come off very nicely. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they don't come off very nicely at all. So today, with the lady figure, seems to have worked really well. But don't get too, don't feel bad, you know, or get too upset. All right, I think we got there. The coat fits wonderfully. Probably help if I showed you that. I'm just trying to get I got some finishing, little bit of stuff here. I just kind of want to undo some thing. Okay, there we go. All right, there we go. Look at there. Oh, wow. That's fantastic. The coat just looks so darling and so correct. I love it. It's absolutely great. I changed her hands around. Unfortunately, I lost her tricorder, so I'm going to have to get down on the ground and grab her tricorder again. Looks like this goes right around just fine. She's a professional dancer, by the way. If you don't know, or if you haven't seen some of the stuff, she was like, she worked with the Muppets and choreography with the Muppets. And oh boy, it's so much fun. I love Muppets. All right, so basically what we're looking at here, I think we're trying to figure out how this might work. Now, the tricorder, this is for holding, it's a lot like the doctor, because this is for holding the hypo spray. And of course, the thumb goes back here, and then, oh wow, these don't stay in. Holy crap. And they only go in one way. Well, maybe they don't. Okay, no, the other way. Okay, so there we go. So there is one way they seem to go in and stay held, and there's another way that they go in where they seem to slip out fairly easily. I need to try to reattach this hand. It's not the easiest thing, but then again, I don't think you want it to be the easiest thing, because you don't want them to slip out fairly easily. Yeah, so we want this facing that direction. So here's the hypo spray. And then this holds a little tricorder probe, but I don't see the point of that if you don't have the tricorder in the other hand. So I guess that hand could also hold this pad. I believe that's what we're going for there. Oh, there's the probe. So I mean, yeah, see, you want your little probe in here. Kind of. Actually, you would want it more, let's see. Let's fiddle. Let's fiddle just a little bit here, huh? Maybe, I mean, you kind of, well, no, see, that won't fit. Because you kind of want the probe pointing at the person. How about this hand? No, this hand, this is a tricorder hand. That's a tricorder hand that goes on this hand. And then the other hand, let's see, what's the other hand do? So this side, yeah, see, that won't fit in there either. These are more open hands. The tricorder can also go into this hand fairly easily. So you can kind of go back and forth a little bit. Open this up here. This is nice because it's all magnetic right there. So they fit really well. So you can put the tricorder in this hand. There you go. A little bit. It's not too bad. It's not going to move. It's not like you're moving the figure too much. So, but mainly it's basically used in this hand. There's a bit more of a grab there. So this is static. So it just sits in there, and then she'd be like that. So yeah, that's pretty good. I'm pretty sure that hand could probably hold yeah, that's also a phaser hand as well. And then, like I said, that's more like a probe hand, but you can also put a pad in there. There we go. There's a pad, and then there's her hypo spray. I mean, you want it to be tight. You don't want stuff to be falling out. So I don't want, there we go. Pad and hypo spray. It'd be kind of nice if this magnetically shut. As it stands, a stiff breeze is gonna knock it out. So, okay, well, we'll put that back on there. Before we display, I'm gonna put this around her waist again. And then that's it. Dr. Beverly Crusher arrived in America in really good shape. Unfortunate about the comm badge there on her shirt falling off in transit, but I'm going to be wearing this. We're going to be rocking the overcoat here, the doctor's smock. So it's not that big of a deal. And I still have it right here. So it'll go back in a little bag and into the box. So we won't have to worry about it that much. I'm very impressed. I'm very saddened. This is going to be the last figure for quite a long time. I pre-ordered the Undiscovered Country Sulu. I'm hoping they hold off on that until something happens, whatever that might be. You know, until then, I'm very pleased. She looks great. Gates McFadden should be incredibly proud. I hope you have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. We'll talk to you later. Bye.